What's up, everybody? I'm back with another roller coaster review, and today I am finally reviewing a coaster that the brand new for 2023 coaster for Hersheypark, Wildcat's Revenge, an RMC conversion of the Wildcat. So this was just new for this year at Hersheypark, and it's my second ever RMC, and I was able to get one ride in on Hersheypark on the coaster. So that was really exciting, and a lot of people were really hyping this up, and I was getting really hyped to ride it, and did it live up to the hype though? Stay tuned for this review. I also got a funny story to tell a little bit later on in the video about our experience with the ride. So, but yeah, first off, I can't compare this to the original Wildcat because I never rode that. So, but that was the original GCI, and it was very bad for what a lot of people said. It was very rough. It's closed down on July 2022, and it got RMC'd into Wildcat's Revenge. So let me talk. I got some notes on it. Talk about my experience. First up, cool trains. They got the little Wildcat thing on the front. That's pretty cool. You know, it's good that they put some effort. RMC is usually pretty good at putting some good effort into their trains with their hybrid conversions. Steel Vengeance is another example, the only other RMC that I've ridden at the time of recording this. But so that's pretty cool that they were able to do that. I thought that was a little nice. The locker policy on this was awesome because they do have them, and they highly recommend putting stuff in a locker, but you don't have to. If you have the khaki shorts with the zippers or the the Velcro pockets, you can keep your stuff with you. Thank you for that. Oh my god, Steel Vengeance is stupid with that. And I hate that, and I get that they had an accident on the first day because of that. But holy crap, they are so stupid. And then there's no metal detectors, no nothing on Wildcat's Revenge. But they give you the option for the lockers so that there's no, so that they're out of liability reasoning. But you can keep your stuff with you if you want to. It helps with line congestion. It helps with, and there's a lot of lockers, wide open space. So it's super easy for all that stuff. Great job. Hersheypark did it perfectly. Cedar Point needs to take some notes here. And maybe I can't say for any other RMC out there what their policies, if they're better or worse, but good job. I like that. Now I got a funny story to tell before I talk about the layout of the ride. So we get up to the station, and we were picking near the back so that we could get on as quickly as possible. And there was two ladies arguing in front of us because one lady's family was on the ride and she wanted to get on with them. There was another lady who also wanted to get on because her family was with her. Her family was also on the ride and she wanted to get on. Or like she wanted to sit with them, and they were in separate sections. I didn't listen to the full conversation, but one of these ladies was going batshit crazy. She she goes in, does not sit in the row that she was designated to sit in. She went to a different row that she wasn't in line for, sits in that seat, so where the one lady was supposed to sit. So then that lady just lets us on. We get on a little earlier than we were going to. And while the whole time we're trying to do that, the one lady who skipped the line and jumped on, she's fucking cussing out the other lady, saying all these slurs and whatnot. I'm trying my best. Like, nobody else is, like, reacting to this at all. I would feel like they would try and kick her off the ride for line jumping, I would think. But no, they didn't. They didn't do anything. And we got on the ride, and that was it. We'll talk about that. We'll bring up this lady again later on in the review, but I wanted to talk about that right now. So let's get to the ride layout. The pre-lift section is a lot of fun. It's a little more extensive than the one on Steel Vengeance, but it's just as fun, if not more fun. Gives a good starting point to the ride. And then the drop. Awesome drop. I don't think it's as good as Steel Vengeance's, but because it's not as steep, but it is awesome. Awesome drop. Great airtime off of the drop. Great speed. It's just incredible. And the airtime continues. There's tons of good airtime points during this ride. You are just out of your seat, flying. I was literally fully out of my seat at some points, having to hold on to the restraint. You are just going everywhere, going crazy. The airtime on this is impeccable. Awesome stuff there. And it's just so awesome to enjoy it throughout the ride. A lot of quick movements and a lot of directional changes, changing bankings and turns and, flipping around and doing all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty crazy, not going to lie, but it's a lot of fun to do, especially if that's your thing. The Wildcat's Revenge is going to give you a lot of it. So that's really, really, really cool. And all these elements and stuff, the inversions, the airtime, the rapid transitions, the speed, are all very well able to be enjoyed because this ride is butter smooth. You have to expect that. I mean, this ride hasn't even been open for a year at this point, at the time of recording this. But it definitely has lived up to good hype for really, really, really smooth experience. And it just makes it a lot of fun to ride. And I guess that brings up the question that we must answer as we get to the end. Actually, I'll save that. I want to finish up the story with the lady because she was after we started the ride, her ranting tyranny was not over just yet. She was screaming, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, we're going on a ride!" And she was screaming throughout the ride, and then we hit the brake run, right? And she was still screaming like, "Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah!" By the way, her son's like 8, and he's here. The husband are right in front of her. By the way, she's like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah!" Turns around to us, "Fuck yeah, wow, yeah, this is fucking awesome, great ride, wow, yeah, baby!" And then she's like, "Yeah, well, I might have to get back on. I've already rode it 12 times, maybe 6. I don't know." Lots to comprehend from that. First off, 12 times? 12 times you've ridden this today? How'd you get on it 12 fucking times? Have you not ridden anything else? I guess if you're going to ride anything, just one ride at Hersheypark all day, you probably want to ride this one. But, so yeah, she was a character. Shout out to that lady if you're, she probably didn't even know what she was saying at that time. She was probably drunk or high or on some sort of drug or something like that. She looked like the type that would do that, but I can't say for certain because I did not want to interact with the lady at all. But shout out to her. Anyway, now we have to bring up the question, is this better than Steel Vengeance? Some may say so. Wildcat's Revenge is not as tall, it's not as fast, but it definitely gives a lot of the elements that Steel Vengeance does. Great airtime, great inversions, speed, smooth, great transitions, a pretty long ride. This is a pretty long ride experience. So to get to the question, is it better? My answer is no. Wildcat's Revenge is my number 2 coaster, only behind Steel Vengeance. I have made that discrepancy right now. Yeah, I can't say that it is. Just because I don't know. Steel Vengeance does everything Wildcat's Revenge does, but better. There's more inversions. There's more airtime. It goes faster. The longer ride experience. The only thing that Wildcat's Revenge definitively has above Steel Vengeance, in my opinion, is the locker policy. Because I think that just makes the lines move a lot more efficient. And so that's the only thing I can really put above it. But that doesn't mean Wildcat's Revenge is going to get a bad score, though. Wildcat's Revenge is going to get a 10 out of 10 in my book. This was an amazing coaster. Number 2 in my rankings is really, really good. And I say this now because I'm advertising Top 50 Coasters list is coming. And this is Wildcat's Revenge was actually my 50th coaster. Yay! 50 credits, baby! Woo! So now I can do a top 50 at the end of the year. So Wildcat's Revenge will probably land around the number 2 spot when that comes. But so that was cool. But that's my thoughts on Wildcat's Revenge again. If you've ridden this coaster, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And tell me, where does it rank in your RMCs? I want to know. And that's going to do it for this coaster review and this video, though. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more coaster reviews. I got 2 more to do from Hersheypark. And I got a bunch of other awesome content coming to you as well. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.